Alright, dear traders, we're back. Check this out. I think you're gonna like this one, guys. This is another one of those sessions where we combine some real educational value with an existing position, active position that we hold. And obviously we're gonna give you the game plan for the next, well, as we see the next move as far as this particular trading opportunity goes. We're talking about the pound versus the New Zealand dollar. We have a bullish position for quite some time. We're running a very profitable position right now, and we still have quite a long way to go. I want to show you where we think this is going to land. It's going to land at 202.89. That's what we believe. So there's still more than 200 pip, right? 240 pip to go. And you can see how we've been able to build up this healthy size, decent size position, right? With every step of the way, we just kept throwing more and more trades. You see how gradually we were able to build up that big position. Now, the reason I wanted to land here and talk about this one is first, obviously, to give you an update about the situation, this evolving situation that we have. But more than that, I wanted to, well, take a minute and talk a little bit about the very specific technical situation we have here, which is, this is what we call, this is just another one of our, exclusive trading techniques that we like to use. It is another tool in our toolbox. This one goes by the name of the price bumper, or the full name is the daily MA price bumper. Daily MA as in daily moving average, right? Now, we've been talking about this quite a lot, saying that the 280 moving average is probably the trader's best friend. I always keep it around. It never interferes. It never bothers. It never bothers me. It can only add value, and sometimes I just ignore it when it's not relevant. But in some cases, it becomes priceless. For example, right here, where price was coming from below, was pretty consistent in this upside move right from the get-go when we had that turnaround. And just a few days ago, we've seen price kind of approaching the 200. And whenever that happens, whenever we have that encounter between price action and 200-day moving average, we just keep a close eye to see what's going to happen, right? And here's what happened. This is typical. We see that a lot. And whenever we see that kind of behavior, we know that the 200-day moving average got our back, basically, we can really count on it as an important technical element. Now, like I said, we call this one the price bumper, because whenever price cross over that moving average, again, it has to be a daily 200 moving average. 200 is the value, right? When you set up the 280 the moving average, you can set up the days, the number of days. It only holds on the daily chart, by the way. All right. So here's what happens. This is what happens. Usually we see price approach, and then it either fails to break through, or it does break through. And usually, let's say in many cases, we see price basically use the moving average, right? This 280 moving average as a pivotal point, as that point of no return, meaning it's crossing over it, and then it never comes back. It never crosses back. It never looks back, so to speak. It just continues to push forward from that point on. It might even come back just to retest that moving average from above, and then shoot up straight, And whenever we see that, it just gives us that extra layer of confidence whenever we pursue a big position, like in this case, right? It's not only a big position in terms of size, but it's also a long-term type of position. Right? There's also a time element here where we have to sit and wait for days and sometimes weeks, right? So we need that shot of confidence if we're going to keep sitting on an active position, right? We need that. And we actually get that from the 280 moving. Not always, but whenever we see that, you can actually see how price came. It's slightly touched here the first time, then did break it, right? Closed above, and then came from above and try to penetrate, right? Check it, spiking it from above, bouncing back up, closing right on top of that moving average, and then the next day, that was just just yesterday, price actually started the day on the downside, but again found a strong support from this moving average and bounced back up, and now it seems to be heading heading north, right, heading upwards. Looks like the 200-day moving average has been successfully broken, right, successfully crossed over, and it's now gonna act as a strong support, which we already see how it did that a couple of days ago. So guys, there you go. This is it. One of our really one of our favorite trading techniques here, the price bumper, the daily moving average price bumper. And as you can imagine, seeing this gives us the confidence to pull the trigger again, increase the position further, and just push this position even bigger as we getting ready for the last stretch towards the target at 202.89. Guys, that's about that for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. So enjoy the rest of the day. Cheers.